Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine. Welcome back to another session. We're talking about Chapter 2, Diversity and Discrimination. In this chapter, we've already covered a lot about difference and prejudice, creating stereotypes, and also inequality and indiscrimination. We were talking about how B.R. Ambedkar, all through his life, strived to get the right status for his people. So there's an incident related to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. His full name is Bhim Rao Ambedkar. He's also called the chief architect to our Indian constitution. So what happens is this person, he waged a struggle for the rights of the Dalit community. So there is a personal experience that he had. So what happened when it was the year 1901, he was just 9 years old and he had to go all the way to Koregaon. Now where exactly is this place Koregaon? It is in Maharashtra. So back then, he was standing at the railway station with a few of his cousins and he was waiting for his father or maybe his servant, anyone to come up and take them. So it almost turned out that 1 hour had passed and nobody came up to the railway station to get these kids. And since you guys can see, these kids seem quite well dressed, so they don't seem to be belonging to untouchable section. So at that time there was this problem of caste where Brahmins tried to avoid the untouchables and nobody wanted to get in touch with untouchables or do something for them. So what happens is the station master here, he saw those kids standing there and he approached them. He never thought in his deep thoughts, he never had this idea that those set of kids would probably be belonging to untouchable group. For without a moment, this station master, he happened to ask the kids that if I may know, I hope you guys are Brahmin children. And all of a sudden, the color on his face, it turned white. He turned pale when he came to know that these kids were Mahars. Now, who are these Mahar people? These are the untouchable community from Bombay. At that time, we had Bombay presidency. So there at that area, these people, they were considered untouchables. So he was surprised. He was shocked. And he turned his face all of a sudden and he went back to his room and never came back to these kids to help them. So the station master had also left. The kids were still standing there. And by that time, it was just evening. So after 1.5 hour or 1 hour, the station master again came back to them and he said, nobody came up to pick you. They said, yes. So these kids started to answer that maybe if we can get a bullock cart, we would like to go to Koregaon right now. We would like to start straight away. But when the station master refused to talk to them to help them, how could these people who were running their business on the bullock cart, how would they probably make them sit and take them to their respective place? So even if these kids managed to convince someone that okay, we'll pay you double the fare, nobody was ready. Everyone was neglecting them the same way the station master neglected them. So this really hurt B.R. Ambedkar and he took an important decision that now I understand how much it would have been insulting for those kids who've been treated like this. We were educated enough that we knew where we were heading to. What if, because of some certain inequality in the society, we're not given our due rights? So that is how he started his struggle. He waged a struggle that nobody should be insulted or should feel hurtful by the action of another person. So that is what he is popularly known for. Dalits who are taking up certain activities or respecting some god, they are also human beings, right? As your fingers, they're all not the same. Similarly, they are unique in their own way. So are the people who belong to different caste. Fine, guys. So that brings us to the last topic, that is striving for equality. So there was in India we were struggling not only against the Britishers. There was two struggles that were going on. We were not only struggling against the British authority, but also right within the nation there was a divide. The upper caste, as we just learned about it, and also the untouchables. Right? So it was just not to get freedom from the British people, but also how the Dalits, how the women, how the tribal people, how the peasants, they have been denied their rights. They have been denied certain equalities. They've been treated, with disrespect. That is what these people were fighting for. So the peasants and tribal wanted to get themselves free from the clutches of the moneylender. Women always wanted to get educated and wanted to secure the right to vote. Whereas Dalits, they wanted to get entry to the temples. They were denied the basic rights that everyone would enjoy. So when India became an independent nation in 1947, when we achieved our independence, at that time, our forefathers, B.R. Ambedkar being the chief architect of our constitution, they drafted a rule book that is called the Constitution. Today, in our country, it's not the president, it's not the prime minister who's supreme. It's the Constitution of India that is supreme. And we managed to finish this constitution from 1946 to 1949. We managed to finish this constitution. It took us approximately 3 years. And here in this constitution, the document that makes sure that we run the nation in the right manner, we've got all the rules, all the rights, all the important sections have been given importance in this. Especially B.R. Ambedkar raised his voice for the rights of the Dalits, of the poor people. So it basically talks about the vision, it talks about the goals that India as a nation needs to achieve. It talks about the diversity that India has. Different people speak different languages and they should be treated equally with respect to government job, with respect to, any other opportunity, getting work somewhere. We need to freely celebrate all the culture. We need to celebrate the diversity. We need to ensure that everybody is treated equally. We should make sure that no one language is declared as a national language. No one festival becomes important for all of us to celebrate. That is why in our nation today, we do not have a national language. We just have the official language. So India definitely became a secular nation because we wanted to give respect to people who belong to different religions, had different faith, and also we didn't want to discriminate them against all the practices we've been following. So definitely the Constitution talks about all the ideas and aspirations that our forefathers have with respect to this nation so that nobody has to face inequality. We struggle together to bring a change, to bring in a revolution. And if we manage to set ourselves free from the British authorities, I think within the nation, the people should also live freely and not face any kind of injustice based on caste, color, creed. We should not discriminate them, right? So that's all for the session, guys. Thank you very much. In case you like the session, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.